morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told, out of Voice of Radio. So today we need to go and take a look at, well, some cool stuff that's been happening over in Malaysia that you probably need to know a little bit about. You see, there has been a tournament going on, the Premier Ball League. And what they've gone and done is just give us some incredibly cool stuff and one of the rarest promo cards you're ever going to see. Let's have a chat about this, shall we? So starting off then, there was a participation prize that was given away here, which was Fan Rotom. Nice and simple. There was a Fan Rotom which was given away for all participants, but with the fancy little twist that it was a Premier Ball League stamped Fan Rotom. Same card that you'll pick up if you go and buy Stellar Crown. Same card we're all playing with at our pre-releases, but with the handy little twist that it's now stamped with Premier Ball League, which is honestly kind of awesome. Big fan of this one, think it's really cool. But I'm not actually doing it justice here, so take a look at this picture from the lovely Primetime Wiz, Juancho himself, and I need to say, I've never casted with Juancho. I really hope that changes one day. We were both on the NAIC cast last year, but he was in a hosting role, I was in a casting role. Lovely dude, and yeah, shout out to him for sharing this picture. But I think this picture, so much more than the scan I got of the website, shows you why you should be excited about this card. On the website, it just looks like a cool card that is stamped with Premier Ball League, which is fine. But then Juancho's picture here kind of shows that it's actually this phenomenal Galaxy foil promo with a new foil pattern and all of that, and then the stamp as well. And this is the optimal version of Fan Rotom, let's be clear here. This is the coolest version of Fan Rotom we've had. It is absolutely stunning. And the only way to go and get this was to head over to this Premier Ball League in Malaysia, which just wonderful, honestly. Absolutely wonderful. So that's your participation prize. That's pretty gosh darn cool. But there's more, because there are top placement prizes of playmat and sleeves. And these are extremely cool, because what we're looking at here are Evolution products. And people like Evolutions. Evolutions, generally, people are a bit of a fan. But now, we've got these ridiculous sleeves and ridiculous playmat featuring all of the Evolutions, which are top placement prizes at one specific tournament, which is going to make them a lot rarer and a lot harder to get hold of and a lot more prestigious, and phrase it how you will. People are going to want these sleeves and playmat, but they're not exactly particularly easy to get hold of. The tournament's over. The tournament's done. Also, side note, Juancho actually made day 2 in the tournament, went 5-2 Alugia, and then had to drop to cast day 2, which is just about the dream. Honestly, that sounds absolutely wonderful. That is my kind of tournament. Play, do well, drop to cast, job's a good un. So you have to do well, and the sleeves, by the way, are the same as the playmat, same design, same artwork, all of that. They're just on sleeves rather than playmat. And it's not just the scarcity of these, although the scarcity is obviously going to make them very sought after. It is the fact that they are Evolution sleeves. And Evolutions will attract people in a way that, to put it bluntly, other Pokemon can't do. And that's going to make these more sought after and more expensive. And look, if you're collecting Evolutions, you have my sympathy. These are going to be a pain to get hold of. But wait, that's not all. There were trophies. And their trophies are not as cool as the next thing I'm going to tell you about. But it's still cool that there were trophies. The trophies are nice. I don't think they're really what everyone's headed for here. Correct me in the comment section if you think I'm wrong about this. They're cool trophies. They've got that same Evolution artwork. They are, again, incredibly limited, sought-after products. They're only for the top 4. So it's cool having these trophies. It's cool they've got Evolutions on. It's cool that they are so limited. But, again, I'm going out on a limb here and suggesting these are not the main thing people want. Because there is a Terapagos. Now, On the one hand, this is just Terapagos EX. It is the Terapagos EX that you will get if you open up a pack of Stellar Crown and you have decent pulls. It's that Terapagos. It's cool. But again, we need to go back to the picture shared by Juancho here, because Juancho-san apparently went and won one of these. Of course they did. And you can see that once again, it just looks so much cooler in person than it does in the scan they've gone and given us on the website. It's not even close. And then I tell you, there's only 12 of these in the world. There are literally only 12 of these Terapagos that exist for each age group. That's it. Now, could there be more in the future? I don't know. But right now, if you want this Terapagos with the Premier Ball League stamp, which, and you know by now, anyone who's been watching this channel for any length of time knows I am a sucker for a good stamp. If you want this with the stamp and everything else, there are, and I believe Juancho when he tells us this, 12. There are 12 of these in the world. Yeah. That is rare, ladies and gentlemen. That is incredibly rare. Try getting a playset, because Terapagos is still like a very hyped deck. And on the Leo broadcast a couple of weeks ago, I was very bullish in telling you that I don't believe Terapagos is good enough, that I don't believe Terapagos is going to be winning regionals in the US, Europe at the moment. I could be wrong about that, and I think things could change in the future. But right now, I feel pretty confident saying that Terapagos is not ready. It's not good enough. But it's still a very hyped deck, and a lot of top players have been playing it. So there's obviously a huge amount of potential here. So, yeah. Good luck getting this one. But there's actually something else we need to talk about from this tournament, because Wilson Chung has gone and shared this image of a Judge Fan Rotom. So you know how a minute ago I told you that the optimal version of Fan Rotom was the Premier Ball stamped Cosmos foil version? I might have lied to you. There's a Judge version as well. I don't think there's a Judge version of the Terapagos. I could be wrong. But yeah, we've got a Judge one of these as well. It is awesome. These are some of the most exclusive cards you're going to see. They are amazing, and I absolutely love them. Although, there are some more common cards we need to talk about, like this Terapagos. It is just the Terapagos from Surging Sparks, which has the Pokemon Horizons A Series logo stamped right on it. And then to go along with it, we have got Sprigatito from Paldea Evolved. We've got Fuecoco from Surging Sparks. And we've got Quaxley from Surging Sparks with the Pokemon Horizons A Series logo printed on them. Fun little fact, these three first partner Pokemon have a white set logo with the SSP in the bottom left-hand corner. And Terapagos actually doesn't, which is a little bit weird to me. But, you know, sorry. It's just the way it is. But generally they have black logos. Like, that's what we see when you pick up cards from packs. The Terapagos from Surging Sparks has a black logo. Normally, it does this promo, but the other ones, the first partner Pokemon, have white ones. You know, look at the Fuecoco next to the Fuecoco. It's the same card generally, same artwork, same mechanics and all of that. But firstly, it's got the stamp on, and as I keep saying, I'm a sucker for a good stamp. But secondly, it's got a white SSP logo in the bottom left-hand corner rather than a black one. I don't really understand why. It doesn't make a huge amount of sense to me, but they've changed the color of the logo, and I kind of dig that they're a little bit different. It's not just the stamp. There is also another thing that's setting them apart. That makes me kind of happy. And basically what we're getting are these 4 promo cards to celebrate Pokemon Horizons series. And this is where it gets a little bit awkward. They are being made available as of the 8th of November with a qualifying purchase of $15 or more, but it's a bit confusing as to where they're coming. Now, this is what we're told on the official website. In the US, Terapagos is available everywhere, and then it's Sprigatito in GameStop, Fuecoco in Best Buy, and Quaxley at the Pokemon Center. In Australia, it's Sprigatito at EB Games, Fuecoco at JB Hi-Fi, Again, Terapagos, everywhere these are available, you can get Terapagos. But it doesn't tell us where to get Quaxley in Australia. And then in Canada, we got Sprigatito at GameStop, Fuecoco at Toys R Us. Doesn't tell us where to get Quaxley. Now, my inkling here, and this is a prediction, nothing more, Quaxley is exclusive to the Pokemon Center. So I think Quaxley is going to rock up in Canada and in the UK, although it's weird that they tell us it's coming for the Pokemon Center in the US, but then in the same article they don't tell us it's coming to the Pokemon Center in Canada. That seems weird. Why would it come to the Pokemon Center in the US and not Canada? And if it is coming to Canada, why would they tell us it's coming to the US but not tell us it's coming to Canada? That is weird. No word on a European release for any of these 4 cards as it stands at the moment. And a quick note that these are different to the Horizon stamped cards which are coming around on the 15th of November in the Horizons collection. Yeah, remember that product? Well, that also has a Fuecoco promo in, with a Horizon stamp on it. And it also has a Sprigatito promo with a Horizon stamp on it, but not the same card. They actually have new artwork, not just a stamp. Now, here's where it gets interesting. We know that the Grand Adventure Collection is not being released in Europe, but we are getting the promos made available in places like the Pokemon Center. Are they going to make 2 different Fuecoco and 2 different Sprigatito available at the same time? Probably not. And we know that they're making the Fuecoco and Sprigatito from the Grand Adventure Collection available. We've been told that. So, does that mean we're not getting the Fuecoco and Sprigatito here? These ones with just a stamp and the same artwork? Does it mean we're getting them later? There's a lot of questions coming in here. Right now, all we know is they are confirmed for the US, and Sprigatito and Fuecoco, but not Quaxley, are confirmed for Australia and Canada. We know that the Grand Adventure Collection promos are confirmed for Europe, not in the product as a separate thing. But we don't know what the deal is outside of that. As always, I'll keep you informed. But for now, I've told you about some incredibly rare cards and a rather confusing promotion which seems inconsistent. So now it's over to you guys. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comment section. Go nuts! Be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at the Wasi. That's where we talk about Pokemon and a whole bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all kinds of fun things. And get shoutouts on the channel, like the lovely Zarek Peris, who's been a supporter of ours for a little while now. One of our newer patrons, but seems to be a very lovely person. So shout out to them for the support and the loveliness. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.